button to turn on the iPad. And the password is 654321. You are going to look for the Scratch Junior icon. It's a little orange and white cat head. And open that up. You're going to want to find the blue and white question mark. Depending on what your screen looks like, it might be at the top or it might be more toward the bottom. And you're going to want to watch the introductory video. There isn't sound, but it shows you a lot of important things about Scratch. Well, there are sounds, it just does not speak to you. Okay, when the video is over, you'll click this little X to close, and then you'll tap the little house button. So you can pause this video while you're watching the Scratch video, and then when everyone's Scratch videos are over, you can play this video and everyone can touch the house button. To begin a new project, you're going to press this white rectangle that has a plus sign in it. So you're going to start your own new project. And we can start by getting a new sprite. So characters in Scratch are called sprites. You want to gently tap and hold the sprite. If you start to move it with your finger, it won't work. So just lift your finger and try again. You don't need to press very hard. You need this X to appear. When this X appears, you can get rid of the cat. Then to add a new sprite, you're going to come onto the other side and tap the plus sign in the white rectangle, and you can go through and see all of the different sprites they have already created. For this first time, you can pick whatever you want, an animal, a person, an object. It doesn't matter because we're just testing these things out. So I'm going to pick a penguin. When you found your character, click the check mark in the top corner to add it to your program. Up here is where we are creating what our program looks like. Down here,
wanted to make sure you all saw the IEP meetings today. We do have subs for both teachers for the IEP meetings today. Thank you.
Down here is where we will be creating the code. So we're going to get a background for our program. We're going to click the top button there. And for right now, let's all choose the one that looks like a bedroom. It has a bed and a window and a bookshelf. And then tap the check mark to add it to our program. And you can move your sprite around to wherever you want your sprite to start in the program. I'm going to have my sprite start, I don't know, I think like right here. You can always change it later if you'd like. Okay, now we want our program to start when this green flag is pressed. This green flag. So we need to find a block that tells our sprite to do that. So we're going to look under this first yellow block here, and we're going to drag out this green flag block. Okay, and you can think of these kind of like Lego pieces. They'll snap together to create our code. And we're going to have our character say something. Now this won't be something we can hear. This will just be something that comes up in a little speech bubble that we could read. So we're going to click this purple button with the person on it. And we're going to drag out this very first block. Right now it says hi at the bottom, but we can change that. So we're going to snap that purple hi block to the yellow block with the green flag. Okay, so if I press the green flag right now, my penguin says hi. If you'd like it to say something different, you just press where it says hi, and you can use backspace, this backspace, to remove the hi, and you can type what you'd like. I'm going to add something after hi. I'll put hi space students. Maybe you want to put your name. Or you can just press some keys on the keyboard. You can put symbols, whatever you'd like. Just type something in there. You can always change it later. Then I'm just going to tap this white part to get the keyboard to go away. Now when you tap the green flag, you should see whatever you typed in there. So now my penguin says, hi students. Hi. Now we're going to add some movement to our sprite. The movement blocks are under this blue block with the white arrow, so we're going to tap that one. And you can see which way the arrows are pointing, give you an idea which way they go, and then there are numbers underneath so you can adjust. So if you wanted your character to move forward 2 or 3 or 90 times, you could just type that number in the bottom instead of trying to drag out 90 arrows. So I'm going to try moving my penguin forward 2 times because I want him to get on top of the bed. Nope, not 22. And then I'm going to see if I can get him to jump on the bed. Nope, I don't think that was quite far enough. Let me put him back. Maybe 4 times. Whoop. Tap in that. Whoop, there we go. So what do you want your sprite to do? That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll do 5. Okay. Now, to get him to jump, I'm going to need an up arrow and a down arrow. But he only jumped 1 time. I want him to jump many times. So I could keep dragging up and down arrows, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Or I can go under this orange block here. And this last orange block is a repeat block. So I can put it around my up and down arrows. Whoops. That one didn't want to go in there, did it? Up and down. And how many times do I want to repeat the jumping up and down? I can adjust that as needed. So maybe I'll have him jump up and down 10 times. Here he goes. Uh-oh, he's a naughty little penguin jumping on the bed. Okay, so you can experiment with the different arrows down here, having your sprite do different things. When you've reached the end of your program, you can always add this red block, or if you want it to continue on, this is the loop or repeat block. It would keep repeating your program forever and ever and ever and ever until you press this little stop sign. Okay, so if you use the repeat block, your program is going to keep running until you press the red stop sign. But he'll eventually go off the screen there. If you use this red block, it will just stop after one time. So you can decide what you need to use for your program, and you can check out there's a little sound block under here. I don't know if you can hear that in my video, but you would be able to hear it on your iPad. And you can record a sound here, but if it's noisy in the classroom, you might not be able to get a nice sound to record. You can add more sprites and also program them. Have fun!